Hello. We have some tie-dye shirts to reveal tonight. Ooh, ouch. Well, let's see where I'm at. And then we'll get to doing those. And I have a couple of designs that I think might go on one or two of the shirts, depending. They're tie-dye, so they have to speak to me because they're different. All right. Why can I not see? There. That doesn't need to be there. Hello, hello. If you're on, if you're watching, say hi, because there's some people there. And we gotta see what. Okay, there it went. It was circling. Hello, Miss Patty Patty. I am just sending this out into Facebook land to a couple of places real quick, and then we will get started, because if I don't do this now, I'm going to forget, and by then it's too late. I mean, it's not really too late, right? Circle of death there. I need to find some new groups to share stuff into. Nisi, what are you doing? Shoot. That's not what I wanted to do. What were you doing? What are you doing? Hello. The fuzzy child is here. Yes, hello, fuzzy child. Hello, fuzzy child. Now the fuzzy child's underneath the chair. All right, so let me get back to live chat so I can see y'all, and let me do one other thing because I forgot to grab it. Bink, if you were, yeah, that's the link popping up for my newsletter that I have. So feel free to sign up for that. That would be great. I send out 1 or 2 a month depending on what's going on. All right, I need a drink. It's water. And Kelly was on the phone, and I don't know where some of these other people are that were waiting to see how these shirts turned out. Let me tag them real quick. Sorry, I don't mean to be delayed here, but they wanted to see how these shirts turned out. And I can't remember who else was on with us. Sorry. I know those were. I know those people were. There they are. All right. Doot, doot, doot. So that's the most recent batch, right? No, these are the previous batch. That's the most recent batch. I stacked them. So while we're waiting on them, this is the previous batch that we did. So we got this one. And then this little guy, and we all did these live. Of course, then they have to sit for like 6 to 8 hours. Usually it's overnight for me. And then I rinse them and wash them the next day. So the color is actually faded a little bit, which it's what it's supposed to do, because all that dye washes out. And then this one, we may ink this one tonight, but I'm not sure. I love how that one turned out. All right, so I don't know where these folks are, but we're going to reveal the ones that we did Saturday? Sunday? Sunday. We did these Sunday. So, and I'm going to reveal them in the order that we did them. So if you go back and watch the other video, which is also on YouTube, you can kind of match up how they were done. All right, so this is the first one that we did. This is the one that I would call like the pancake or honey bun type shape. Didn't that turn out pretty? It's so like spring beachy kind of fun. So there's that one. And then this is the one that we did, we made the long, like, snake, and then I put the rubber bands on it every couple of inches and did it that way. And so it looks like a giant watermelon, kind of. Kelly called it watermelon colors, and it does kind of have that watermelon feel, because it's the green and fuchsia. So I may find my watermelon transfer and put that on there. Hello, Miss Carrie. You were the one that was on the other night that I didn't tag. And then this one is the one that, well, that's that one. This is one of the ones that I folded in little square, like rectangular shapes. And this is the one, it had 3 colors on it. I'm thinking right smack dab in the middle, that white section is where a transfer needs to go. It's a little bit low, but I think that's where it needs to be. Although it depends on what I put on that one. That's a kid size shirt, I think. Either that or it's an adult small. And then this one is the one that was kind of a rectangle shape that we only put teal and turquoise on. It's gorgeous. So is this one not fun? It looks like it's like one of those 80s rocker shirts where it's ripped. It's kind of what it reminds me of. Just playing with patterns and dye. We did 6 shirts the other day. And then this one is, this is the one that looked like the dead chicken. Where I had all like geodes is really what they make if you only do them in one color. But I had a little section, put a rubber band on it, another section, rubber band on it, so it made like these little like legs. I was calling it a dead chicken while we were on the live. And so I just went crazy with the colors and used up the last of whatever color I had to finish up my bottles. And this is how that one turned out. Look how fun this one is. Like, that is just like party shirt. Complete party shirt. And then this one's the one that I had down the bottom of my tray. And it was not going to be very dark or did not have a lot of color, and I knew a lot was going to wash out between the rinsing and the washing, because that's what happens. So I took the two that were folded in the rectangular shapes, because they were easy to pick up, and I laid them on top of this one, just in its crumpled state, and then flipped the crumpled one over and put them on top, and just transferred some of the color that was on those into this shirt, just to give it a little bit darker, because otherwise it's going to be really light, because it's pretty darn light as it is. So it's very soft pastel. It's hard to see on the camera. I'm seeing on the camera not a lot of color, but it's like this pastel washed blue. So I'm probably going to ink that one for sure. And I don't know about another one. But we're going to start with that one. Probably not one of those. Where's my other two shirts? Oh, they're over there. They're up there. There's actually 3 shirts. I gotta decide what goes on those too. Oh, fine, Kelly. You're late. Do I have to show these again? Fine. I'll show them again. Only because I'm just about to start. Okay, this is the first one that we wrapped up. It's the pancake honey bun one. So it turned out real pretty. You better be paying attention, Kelly. We're not doing this again. And then this is the one that was the long skinny one. That was the watermelons. Ooh, I'm sorry. A funeral. So this is the watermelon one. And I'm going to find probably that watermelon transfer and put that on here. Because we do have a watermelon. And I think I don't even need to put words on that. It's just a watermelon. And then this is the one that we folded up in like a little square rectangular shape. It had 3 colors on it. I like the way these colors turned out. This is the other rectangular folded one that was just the teal and the turquoise. It's gorgeous. Look at that. It's much better in person than what you actually see. And then here's Kelly's favorite one. It's the dead chicken. It's the little geode type one. It's the dead chicken. Kelly knows what I'm talking about. Look how that turned out. Is that not fun? Fun, fun, fun! And then this is the one that was in the bottom of the tray, and I was just explaining that the 2 rectangular ones that I had made. Tori, I'm not going over the shirts again. You're going to have to replay. Sorry. I already showed them twice. This is the one that was in the bottom of the tray. I took those 2 rectangular ones because I knew they had a lot of ink in them, or dye. And I just kind of put them on top of the crumpled up one, and then flipped the crumpled up one, and then moved those around again, and then moved them off. I only set them on there for like 30 seconds. But it took up some of the dye from the other one. So this one is very light pastel, kind of a bluish green color. So we're going to ink that one to start with. And then we'll see if I decide to do another one. I'm not sure if we're doing 1 or 2. We're going to start with this one though. Depends on how high I get because I didn't turn the fan on and it's a little stifling. Okay, so this one, I'm going to give you 2 well, actually, you know what? I'm not going to give you 2 choices. We're just going to go with this one. Because this shirt's not very busy, so I can put a busy transfer on it. Is really where I'm going with that. All right, this is, what size is this? This is a extra large. It's got to be an adult extra large, right? Maybe. There's no way that's a kid's extra large. There's no way, it's too big. Let me kind of get this centered. Now I put my ink mat in here, move the rubber band, put my ink mat in there because we're going to want that in there so our ink doesn't go from the front to the back. It's a barrier. Normally they're sticky. This is an old one, so I'm just not worried about it. We probably were only going to do one shirt. Maybe. We'll see. All right, I'm still going to let y'all decide because there's like 3 of you on. And if you're watching this live or a replay, make sure to hit emojis and then also send this out into Facebook land if you're not a Chocolate Tour designer. Anybody can hit the emojis. It's going to help me get in algorithms and things like that because Facebook put my personal account in jail a couple weeks ago and they've hated me since. Okay, so are we doing dreams or are we doing kindness? I'm leaning towards dreams because this is like really busy. The shirt's not busy. Vote dreams or kindness. Type that in there for me. I know what, I mean. So I will just wait for y'all. See if y'all can come to a consensus. I think I'm actually the 3rd person watching. I don't know. So we'll ask Tori and Kelly. And if Patty's still on, then Patty or Carrie, if Carrie's on, chime in which one you want to put on this shirt. Dreams or kindness? And I'll go with whichever y'all say. And I've had my black ink open, unscrewed. It hasn't really been open. Trying to like, not necessarily dry it out, but get it to thicken up some. It's still, wow. It is still, it's a little bit thicker. It's still thin though. Now where do I put this? Oh, dreams it is. Yay. That's what I was going with. Secondary question, should I use black ink or should I use another color? So this is a Chocolate Tour transfer. It is retired. It came out in oh good grief. Came out in 2019. In December of 2019. But this is why I keep my transfers, because you never know when you're going to want to use them again. Another color. Okay. All right. Now the question is, what other color do we use? Like a gold? Oh, I gotta go clean all those bottles. Gold. Could do that. What do you think, Tori? Gold or pink? Okay, Miss Jess, you can just replay it. Don't have navy shimmer. Can't really make it. because it would be midnight or cobalt mixed with silver, and that's not going to work. That's bark. We could use our new orange peel. Ew, what color is that? Storm. That's ugly. Or we could use fig. Not very bright. Or there's also this color. We also have Tide. Tide would look pretty on here. Or Regal. Regal's prettier than Fig. Regal's a lot prettier than Fig. Well, we're gonna, what color is that? Oh, that's, we're gonna ombre. We're just gonna use both of these, because it's pretty. Pretty-ish. All right. I normally, okay, there. Need a paper towel, because I normally have one of those sitting on the side. Tide and Regal. See, that's what I'm thinking. And I'm going to toss in probably the extra pink that I have in that container, just to get rid of it. Hey, hey, Miss Christina. And I hope this is straight. I feel like it's straight. I feel like it's not straight. Stop dying! You're not allowed to die, Christina. Oh, goodness. It's been so long since I've ombre'd with ink. Well, good. I'm glad you're getting it fixed in a couple of weeks. Goodness. You do not need to die. We would like to keep you around. I'm thinking... It's a very tough decision. probably should have added some water to these because they're a little thick. It's okay. Probably should have added water. And I may be needing my other ink, my other pink. I originally didn't have pink, and it's a little bit different from that one anyway. I think that might be the first time I ever used that edge of my multi-tool. First time ever. And then we're going to use the other pink at the top. You're gonna ask to keep it? Yikes. See, this one's not as thick. This one's thinner. This is how it's supposed to be. Okay, we're making a mess. Making a mess! Getting our wet wipe because we are definitely going to have a mess going. I need more wet wipes. Those are drying out. Okay, let's have fun. This needs more of that. Concentrating. Sorry, can't talk. My mind went elsewhere. Ooh, there's a lot of that Regal on there. It's adult finger painting is really what doing ombre is. All right. Peace. I'm going to get the ink off my fingers, and off the rest of me. I should have used the towel first. The reason we're getting it off is because it's permanent, so if I put my finger down and make a oopsie, then I got to cover it with a flower or a heart or something or other, and I need a towel. All right. We're going to close these up and get these out of the way first because I need to. And I'm actually going to spray a little water in here, so next time when I open it, I know I need to stir it up. Do that one too. Normally you don't really need to add water to your inks, but I've had these open for quite a while, so they do need some help. I'm going to put that right there in my tray. This is why I have a towel to the side in case I drop crap on it. That's going to look really cool, I hope. Don't need that. You're making a blanket. Just made shirts with vinyl, now you're making a blanket. A blanket with vinyl on it. Now I'm going to take all this and just throw it back in this little jar of mixed color because I really need a bigger squeegee. Because I can't put it back where it came from. Because it's all mixed now. So once it gets in here, I'll stir it up and it'll be some weird like purpley blue color. It'll probably be hideous. But we'll see how it turns out. We may have to get rid of it. Hopefully the shirt turns out okay. Somebody will like it, right? That's the crazy thing about fashion and clothes and home decor. Like, you may do a project and you're like, oh, okay, that's pretty cool, I love it. Or you're like, yeah, that's not, no, that's a mistake. The ones that you think are bad, that'll be the first one that sells. Like, somebody will walk up and like, oh my god, that's amazing. You're like, that was a mistake, but okay, here you go. It's weird. It really is. No idea how this is going to look. I do want to mix this up first. Okay, it's just going to be some weird purple color. It's not bad. It's like a dark periwinkle almost. It's not really purple and it's not really blue. It's like a dark periwinkle. See? It's pretty. So normally I'm not on this early because I'm usually on Thursdays because I'm usually scorekeeping. But this week it was an early game and there was only one and I actually got scheduled off. And surprisingly enough, in the middle of the day, my scheduler called or messaged me like, can you work tonight? The other girl had a conflict. I'm like, well, I'd already made plans, and I did because I already went and did that. But that's why I'm on earlier, is because I didn't have to go to the rink where I normally would have. Cotton candy on the shirt. Okay, Christina, you have a good night. If I don't talk to you between now and your surgery, I hope everything goes well. Keep me updated. Let me know when you're recovering. And best to the surgeons looking after you and all your doctors. Hopefully I'll talk to you before then. Well, what do y'all? You're making a blanket with vinyl. All right, making sure I don't have ink on my fingers. I'm going to pull this off my direction first so I can see it before y'all. Okay, can y'all see that? That part looks cool. Okay, those colors with this shirt work perfect because there's some like pinky purple in some of the areas, and so actually this all of a sudden makes those pinky purple spots pull out, like they're more noticeable. So this will just go to the sink and get washed with water. Same with my squeegees. All right, and I'm gonna let this dry. That's my new thing, is letting it dry overnight on its own because it just seems to work better. I do see one section where I could add part of the flower back, but I think I'm just going to leave it where it's at. I see a couple sections. I'm going to leave it because if I start fixing it, no. Yeah, it looks really good. So I can flip this around. So there's that. Da, da, da. I'm not gonna go any crazier because the ink mat's not sticky, so I don't want it shifting in there. All right, so that is all I'm going to do for tonight because I am getting hot sitting here because the fan's not on, and because it's cooled down outside. The AC is not cranking on every 5 minutes, so I'm uncomfortable. I'm gonna start sweating here. So I am going to log off. I've been doing my transfer inventory. I'm going to go start on the next book, and I might finish it tonight. This is one of the transfers I was like, when I was going through it, I was like, or doing my inventory, I'm like, ooh, I should put that on one of these tie-dye shirts. So that looks great. So this will sit overnight and dry, and then tomorrow or Saturday, we will heat set it with the Easy Press. Da, da, da. Yeah, it looks really good. The colors were perfect. So that's going to sit over there. I'm going to move my laptop back and continue on. I will catch y'all later. Probably not Friday. That's why I said maybe Saturday we'll heat set that. I will probably see you Saturday. All right, appreciate you watching. If you have watched the replay, make sure you type replay or hit some emojis so I know you were on and I got more views. Y'all have a good night and catch you later.